Okay, I'm joined by manager Lee Lashenko here in the New Forest. Lee, Bristol Manor Farm 1, Bashley 1. Great performance on the road. You must be pleased with what you saw today.
Yeah, very happy with it today. To be honest, like that was Bristol Manor Farm back at it. You know what I mean, like yeah, feel a little bit like unfortunately not to go with the 3 points. They probably would say that they've had chances to win the game as well. So you could on that sort of comment say the draw was fair, but we were a little bit frustrated. We got our noses in front. Good centre forward play by Louis Britton. Felt like that was the moment in terms of like to be able to push on, but obviously I think they had a debatable penalty give them, and like that draw them back level, and so you try not to make like silly risks in the game, so you can end up losing the game that you were in the box eating. But that said, I'm very happy with the performance today. Great reaction from the last week. It starts a busy week. Obviously, after today, we travelled to Tavistock and Open to get a few of the lads that come off with injuries today at key moments. That probably stifled us a little bit. Hopefully, they'll be back available for me Wednesday night.
As you say, we're just talking about those injuries there. Van der Grub obviously coming off, and I presume Abu was more just sort of tentative as well. Like he's had a first game back today, first start back. I'm sure that was probably just more precautionary from himself. But yeah, like I say, it sort of stifled us. But apart from that, Lee, there must have been pretty much bang on 9 out of 10 performances from most of your players today.
Yeah, definitely. With Abu, obviously we're getting him back. Last week we brought him into the game, and that was a bonus out of last week. This week we've got near on like 55 minutes out of him, and that was probably a target time period to get out of him today. And hopefully Wednesday's back available to be in contention to start. So with Abu, that was that. And Evander is just he's had a bit of treatment off for them because he's been a standout player in the game. In the moment he was on there, he was like massive for us. And that was one that when we had to bring him off. A little bit frustrating from our point of view, but I think he'll react well to it and he'll be ready for Wednesday.
I thought the player who had the armband today, George Dowling, I thought we had a fantastic game in the middle league.
I think with George, what you've got to remember is I think people judge him unfairly at times because his standards are going to be very high based on his pedigree. And today you're right in what you say. I mean, I was watching him quite closely for the period because he's my captain, as you say. He's a centre midfielder and he's there where the action's happening. And I thought he was outstanding today. He was my man on the match by quite a distance, and he led the team and led us in the battle. And like I say, people that felt that maybe we were looking to send the Clowns play the season out are going to be mistaken. No Bristol Manor Farm team, definitely while I'm involved with it, will ever lay down, and we're ready to go into our next battle, which is Wednesday.
Great, like you say, talk about the centre forward play, Lee. Great header from Lewis Britton to obviously put us 1-up. Unfortunate from Harry because I thought he had a great game to obviously give away the penalty. I'm not too sure whether it was or wasn't. And then I think it was pretty much the last kick of the game. Jamie Bird beat past his player and very nearly stole the 3 points for us.
As you said there with Harry, we spoke because he's a proper bloke. He's a man in a young person's body, and he can take the criticism. He was outstanding throughout today, and he probably for the 2-3 minute period he had a little let off prior to that, and then he probably made the wrong decision. Like you say, he give the referee and the linesman a decision to make. Again, I thought it was a little bit soft. That's that, you know what I mean? But like Harry learned from that, you know what I mean? And he was another one that was closely behind George Dowling in terms of performance today, along with quite a few others. And we're happy with our situation going into the final 10 games of the season.
Obviously, we touched upon Tavistock there, Lee, but obviously it's been an interesting week, I think, for the history of the football club. Like I say, historic post, 12 years in charge of Bristol Manor Farm, the main man for those years. It looks like you are calling the time at the end of the season. Just a word on that situation.
Yeah, I haven't been the main man for that period of time. There's been many main men like Jeff Selleck, who brought me to the club. He's the main man and he'll always be the main man for our club. There's been other chairmen who's come since him, and chairwomen, with Jill, Troy and Tony and Sean and people that have been involved with our club and have helped try and move us forward and make us still be ambitious. My role now is to make sure that we're in a good situation right until June, right until the end of this season. The final ball's kicked, and that month is always good to have a month where you're still busy. Things go on at a club, ready to set it up for the incoming situation. Again, from my point of view, I'm going to be working 7 days a week as I always do for the club because I want to keep doing and being the football man that I am, and the next challenge probably for me will be solely football based. I mean, I want to concentrate more on that than everything else at a football club, and that's that. But I've enjoyed every moment, and I'm still enjoying every minute, and I can't wait till the next game to come around. Wednesday's massive to me. Then Saturday, another home game. Great situation for us to hopefully play ourselves into, because the season ain't done yet, is it? I mean, we've got 10 games and we've got 10 battles, and the points tally is still there for us to be in and around that like top 5 finish, and that's what we're playing for. And that this club will always play for prizes while I'm involved with it, again, because every season there seems to be a chapter to write, a story to write, and that's what we're trying to do.
And the travelling supporters today, Lee, a good number of Farming Army with us. How important is their support going to be on Wednesday, and obviously Saturday, Shaftesbury at home?
Massive. Again, this is a beautiful area to come to. There's some nice houses, on the way in. You got to get up early in the morning to drive down your drives in these areas, haven't you? And but like I say, like it was started off with a bit of a situation with the coach. We don't use that as an excuse. The players didn't use it as an excuse. I think they were ready to go. Like, you know, the first half we were very, very good. The second half it sort of evened it out a little bit more. But again, like the support that's made the way down there, they've got on the coach, or they've made their own way. People staying over, it's great, and we want that Wednesday, and we want that because there's no rest in a when we at the end of the season, and maybe like if I'm not involved anywhere in the month of June and I'm not having to ring players up and get them into pre-season, I'll have a bit more time on my hands then, and then there might be some people that look to catch up with. It might even be the man from the rest support, but it might, the little bloke, I forgot his name, but go out for a beer with him, we can have a chat about football and so on. I'd love all those sort of situations. I mean that in the nicest possible way, before people jump on the bandwagon and start or on abuse at either me or people that may try and sort of stick up for me a little bit. I just want to be let's have a nice go at it as a club. Let's all be all together and see where it takes us.
Well done. Thanks for your time.